All right, hello. We're going to do graphing exponential functions today. Here we go. An exponential function can be written as the function as shown below. F of x equals a times b to the x minus h plus k. If a is positive, the graph will go to positive infinity. If a is negative, the graph will go to negative infinity. If b is greater than 1, the graph will be a growth function. If b is between 0 and 1, so if b is greater than 0 but less than 1, it will be a decay function. K is known as a horizontal asymptote. The graph will get close to but never cross this line. It's kind of like an axis of symmetry where we're going to put it on the graph and use it to make our graph. Any term with a 0 as an exponent will equal 1. So we're going to use that also while we make our graph. We're going to use all this stuff to kind of figure out what our graph looks like, and we're going to use a table to make our graph. So here we go. Let's see what it looks like. All right, so here's our equation. Y equals 2 to the x plus 1 plus 1. So first thing we're going to do is figure out our horizontal asymptote. Our horizontal asymptote is always this number out here, k. K is 1. So our horizontal asymptote is y equals 1. Our graph will get close to but never cross this line. So what we can do is we can draw a dotted line right through 1 to start. Our graph is never going to cross this line. It's going to get really, really close, but it will never cross this line. To get the rest of our graph, we need to pick some x's, and we're going to fill in the table, and we're going to plot some points to figure out the shape of our graph. To decide what numbers you're going to use for x, start by the number that will make the exponent 0. So our exponent is up here, x plus 1. The number that's going to make the exponent 0 is negative 1. So 2 to the negative 1 plus 1. And then we have another plus 1 here, plus 1. So that's going to make 2 to the 0 plus 1. On the last slide, we said any number with 0 as an exponent makes 1. So this 2 to the 0 turns into 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. So our first ordered pair to graph is negative 1, 2. Negative 1, 2. To find more points to make the rest of our graph, we're just going to go up from negative 1. So 0, 1, and 2. We're going to substitute those in for x, and we're going to see what we get and figure out the shape of our graph. 2 to the 0 plus 1 plus 1. 0 plus 1 is 1, so 2 to the first plus 1. 2 to the first is 2. Plus 1, 2 plus 1 is 3. So we have 0, 3 as our next point. 0, 1, 2, 3. 2 to the first plus 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. So we have 2 squared plus 1. 2 squared is 4. Plus 1 is 5. So we have 1, 5 for our next point. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's get one more. 2 plus 1 plus 1. 2 to the third plus 1. 2 to the third is 2 times 2 is 4 times another 2 is 8. Plus 1 is 9. 2, 9. 2, 9 is way up here. And then our graph is going to get as close as possible to this dotted line, but never cross the dotted line. So it looks something like this. There we go. All right, let's try another one. Same basic process. The equation's a little different this time. Let's see how it works. Negative 2 times 2 to the x minus 3. First things first, we know that our horizontal asymptote is 4. So our line is going to get close to but never cross 4. We need to figure out where to start. So we're going to look here at the x minus 3. The number to use to start with is going to make this 0. So x minus 3 equals 0. Add 3, x equals 3. So we're going to start with 3. Negative 2 times 2 to the 3 minus 3 power plus 4. Negative 2 times 2 to the 0 plus 4. 2 to the 0 is 1, so this is negative 2 times 1 plus 4. Negative 2 times 1 is negative 2 plus 4 is 2. So we have 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Then we go up from there. 4, 5, 6. Let's see if we can make all of these fit on our graph. We'll find out. Negative 2 times 2 to the 4. Oops. Minus 3 plus 4. Let's see, so that's negative 2 times 2 to the first plus 4. Negative 2 times 2, negative 4 plus 4 is 0. So 4, 0. 4, 0 is our next point. 5 now, so negative 2 times 2 to the 5 minus 3 plus 4, negative 2 times 2. 5 minus 3 is 2, so that's squared plus 4. Negative 2 times 2 squared, so negative 2 times 4 plus 4, so that's negative 8 plus 4, so we get negative 4. So 5, negative 4 is our next point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see if we can get one more to fit on our graph. 6, negative 2 times 2 to the 6 minus 3. Let's see. Negative 2 times 2 cubed plus 4. Negative 2 times 8 plus 4. 2 times 8 is going to be, negative 2 times 8 is going to be 16. Negative 16 plus 4 is negative 12. This graph goes to 10, so negative 12 would be down here somewhere. And our graph, remember, does not cross the dotted line. So it's going to look something like this. And it's going to curve to hit all those points that we just found. All right. Well, let's try one more. Oh, and we know this one's, we know this one's negative because it has a negative a. This one's supposed to point down because it has a negative a. All right, so let's try this one with a decimal real quick and see what happens. We're going to have to use a calculator for this one, but we can figure it out. It's never going to cross -2. We need to start with -3 and go up from there. So 1.25 to the -3 plus 3 minus 2. So 1.25 to the 0 power minus 2 makes 1 minus 2. So -1, -3, -1. -3, -1, 1.25 to the -2 plus 3 equals 1.25 minus 2. So -2, -0.75. -2, -0.75, 1.25 to the -1 plus 3 minus 2. 1.25 squared minus 2 is 1.56. Minus 2 equals 0.43, -0.43. So we're not really making a whole lot of progress. Let's see. Okay, we're not really making a whole lot of progress with the numbers that we've picked so far. So let's pick a bigger number and see if we can get let's pick a bigger exponent and see if we can get a bigger number. Let's go with 7. 1.25 to the 7 plus 3 minus 2. So 1.25 to the 10th minus 2. 1.25 to the 10th finally gets us a bigger number. So 9.3 minus 2, 7.3. We finally have a bigger number. 7.3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.3. We finally know where our graph is aiming to. We know it's never going to cross the dotted line. There we go. And we can do our best to aim out here for this point at the end. All right, there we go. That's graphing exponential functions. We will do example 3 together in class. So be ready to go.